Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Dak Prescott issued warning about possibly leaving Cowboys. Dak Prescott should maybe think twice about leaving the Dallas Cowboys. With Prescott on the verge of entering the final year of his deal with the Cowboys, there's speculation regarding whether the three-time Pro Bowl quarterback will leave the Cowboys next offseason. While Prescott will have no shortage of suitors in free agency if he chooses to go that route, former head coach Herm Edwards warned the 2023 MVP runner-up of thinking twice when it comes to leaving Dallas. While appearing ESPN's First Take on Wednesday, July 3, the 70-year-old former coach argued that Prescott would not upgrade teams if he decided to leave the Cowboys. "You're not going to play for a better team," Edwards said. Who challenges him? The Philadelphia Eagles, the Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, San Francisco 49ers, that's who they got to deal with. That's who Dak has to deal with to get to the Super Bowl. And that's what he understands. If you understand that and say, well, hey, I got the best team I can play on right now. I go somewhere else, I got to start over. Edwards makes a fair point, considering the NFC is stacked. All of the aforementioned teams already have franchise quarterbacks in Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, Jordan Love and Brock Purdy. To make matters worse, the AFC, which is seen as the stronger conference, already have teams with franchise quarterbacks locked in on long-term contracts such as Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. That's not even mentioning fringe contenders such as the Atlanta Falcons already having signed Kirk Cousins to a 4-year, $180 million contract in the offseason. There's little doubt that Prescott could sign a big contract that mirrors, if not exceeds, the one Cousins signed this offseason. Considering Prescott is coming off of the best season of his career and is actually 5 years younger than Cousins, without coming off of an injury, he could very well earn at least $50 million per year on his next deal. According to Spotrac, Prescott's projected market value is $53.1 million per season across 4 years for a total of over $212 million. That would make Prescott the third highest paid quarterback on an average annual basis in the NFL. However, he'd likely land with a far less talented team than the one he currently plays on. Although Edwards is a fan of Prescott, he does make sure to mention his lack of playoff success with such a talented supporting cast. The Cowboys had the second most Pro Bowlers, 7, last season. "I'm a Dak Prescott fan," Edwards said. "But when you've only won 2 playoff games, when you've only won 2 in your whole career with a team that is stacked, offensively and defensively, he's in the best situation he could be in." It remains to be seen whether or not the Cowboys are able to lock in Prescott to a long-term deal. However, the two sides have been in communication regarding a new deal. If Prescott does decide to leave Dallas, he needs to be prepared for the likely possibility that he'll be playing for a less talented team. What happened to Charlie Barbie after America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders? America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys cheerleader star Charlie Barbie has experienced major changes in her life since the show ended. Charlie's dreams of being a dancer started at a young age. By the age of 3, she was enrolled in a ballet class. Charlie's desire to become a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader led to her competing for a spot on the team for the 2023/2024 NFL season. She quickly became a fan favorite due to her talent and lovely personality. Charlie's work ethic and honesty with herself and fellow rookies set her apart from the start. Also, her friendship with fellow rookie Reese Ullman was one of the exciting storylines of America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleader Season 1. Nonetheless, after an intensive 10-week training camp, Charlie's dreams of joining the team were shattered when she was cut from the squad. Her emotional goodbye moment with Reese, who made the team, was one of the highlights of the finale. Charlie had just graduated from Arizona State University when she moved to Texas to audition for DCC. Charlie was among the first 45 candidates selected based on her solo performance. However, she still needed to be at her best to make the next cut and be among the last 36. Charlie's ballet background meant that she had very good technique, however, there were some better dancers. The DCC squad is about perfection, and the feedback she got made Charlie nervous. She worried about being cut from the team. For days before the final selection, Kelly Finglass, director of the DCC, pulled Charlie aside to tell her that her dance form was not at the level required to make it onto the team. Kelly advised Charlie to train more and return for the next season's auditions. Despite the disappointment, Charlie decided to focus on refining her skills. She was determined to learn from the constructive criticism. Since America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys ended, Charlie's been updating fans about her everyday activities at TikTok. After not making it into the DCC for the 2023/2024 NFL season, Charlie rallied. She hasn't let her disappointment discourage her. On her page at Charlie Barbie, Charlie recently dropped a video of herself performing a ballet routine with the caption, "I just love it." In another post, Charlie dropped a day in the life clip where she revealed her morning and evening skincare routine. She also said she's gotten better at makeup. As well, Charlie's developed an interest in cooking. Charlie was named among the list of rookie candidates in the DCC camp competing to be on the team for the 2024/2025 NFL season. Additionally, in the clip, Charlie revealed that she was looking for a job in Dallas, which isn't surprising since she was named among the list of DCC rookie candidates ahead of season 1 of the show. Meanwhile, one of Charlie's recent TikTok videos was really eye-catching. The clip, which already has over 1 million views, features Charlie in what seems like the DCC camp. In the clip, she's dancing. In the video, there were shots of her doing ballet as a child. Dallas Cowboys favored to land former All-Pro wide receiver. The Dallas Cowboys are a perpetual disappointment every year in the NFL playoffs, despite possessing one of the league's most talented rosters. This offseason, the only quality player the Cowboys have added is linebacker Eric Kendricks, while they have lost running back Tony Pollard, defensive end Dorrance Armstrong Jr. and defensive coordinator Dan Quinn. It looks like they're focused on giving out extensions to pass rusher Micah Parsons, wide receiver CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. It is generally believed the contract status of those three players is why Dallas hasn't been aggressive in free agency. Although Lamb is one of the NFL's 5 best wideouts, it could be argued Dallas needs another threat at that position. It brought in Brandon Cooks last season to be a legitimate WR2, and although he played well down the stretch of the season, he got off to a poor start and finished with 657 yards and 8 touchdowns. According to the sportsbook BetOnline, wideout Michael Thomas is favored to land with the Cowboys. They're at plus 300 to acquire Thomas, while the Buffalo Bills, who recently traded star wideout Stefon Diggs, are second at plus 500. Not too long ago, Thomas was a special player. He accumulated over 1,100 receiving yards in each of his first 4 pro seasons, and in 2019, he made his 3rd straight Pro Bowl and 2nd straight All-Pro first team with 9 touchdowns and a league-high 1,725 yards. But injuries have grounded him ever since. An ankle injury limited Thomas to 7 games in 2020 and forced him to miss all of the 2021 campaign. Overall, he has appeared in just 20 games since 2019 and managed to post just 1,057 yards and 4 touchdowns. The days of Thomas being a featured, every-down receiver are likely over. But if he were to join the Cowboys, perhaps he could find his niche while playing off of the defensive attention Lamb, who had 1,749 yards and 12 touchdowns in 2023, always attracts. Thomas could likely be had for an inexpensive amount of money, which would make him attainable for a cash-strapped team such as the Cowboys. At age 31, perhaps Thomas could give them a year or even 2 years of supplemental production and even some big plays in big games. The Philadelphia Eagles have added star running back Saquon Barkley, and a number of other teams in the NFC have gotten better, at least on paper. For Dallas to hold on to the NFC East title and finally get to the NFC Championship game for the first time since 1995, it will probably need to make some type of addition. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Michael Thomas? Leave your opinion in the comments.